Hi everybody! I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on my journal. I know it's not the end of the month or anything, but I've got a few things that I'd like to plan ahead for, and I thought I might show you how I do it. The first thing you might have noticed that's different is I've got this thing. Before it used to just have the elastic, but I found that just this wasn't quite enough, and I wanted to carry a pen around with me and I couldn't find one of those little loops. But this actually works really well. So it keeps my journal closed, but it also lets me hold my pen, and then I use the elastic to bring it open to my day, which I find so much easier than trying to find this and scoop it. I don't really use this very often. I usually just prefer to flick through and find what I'm looking for, but I keep it on the month so that I can get to my tracker a lot easier. So that's the one big change. The other thing I've done is I've actually decided to put washi tape at the end of each month. So give each month a kind of theme. Now, when I decided the theme for March, my bag of washi tape, I had left it at someone's house, and I had just bought this one from a 100 yen store. So it was a really cheap one. I didn't really like it, but I wanted to try this, so I just went ahead and I did it. So I'm not a big fan of the polka dots, but that's okay. I also decided, rather than making each day a different color when it's already kind of busy with all my information, I decided to give each week its own sort of color theme. So I've got pink and blue here, and then in the next week blue and pink. I did these two. I had left my pencils with my washi tape and I found two colors, pink and blue, and so I thought, while I'm going, it kind of matches this, so I just did these two colors for the 2 weeks that I had done that night. So this is this week. This is today. Nope, this is today. Today's Thursday. See, I'm still learning the Japanese days. Mokuyobi. And yeah, so Sunday is this is the last day I've kind of planned, because on the next day, so on the Monday this week, I go away on holiday for 2 weeks with some of my friends from Australia. They're coming up and we're going to Tokyo for 2 weeks. And I thought, rather than having it set out like a week, each day with a to-do list, because I know I'm not gonna plan anything like this, I decided to make it more of a memories page that we can stick things in, like we're going to Disneyland and Disney Sea for 2 days. So, I can put in our tickets there, or I want to get some purikura, photo booth photos with the girls, and we can stick that in, and I'm not really sure what it's going to look like, but I feel like that's going to be a lot better than trying to make lists and not doing it. So I've put them onto the side. I've also used a different washi tape. I think I'm going to change this one though. It's a bit late to change the yucky polka dots, but this one, it's a Disney themed one, but it's kind of really only worth it if you can see the whole thing. So this way it kind of cuts it in half, so I might choose another one, not sure. But then finally, when I did have all my washi tapes, I chose one for this next month, April. So this is my favorite washi tape, I think. I really like it. At first I was like, I don't know, but it's just so pretty. Like, all of it. Anyway, so I folded it over the edges like this, but in here I cut it in half and took it along. So these are my holidays. So this is the end of my my Tokyo trip. And this one is just another holiday where the family I'm looking after, their kids, they're going away, so I'm going to have some time off while they're gone. I've stopped labeling my habit tracker because I know what it is. I don't really need to label it, and if somebody else sees this, it's none of their business. So I haven't done any of the weeks yet. I thought I might do that for you now, so you can kind of see what I do. But the reason I'm already, it's only halfway through March, but I've already, because, yeah, pretty much there's a lot of things changing in April to my routine, and I'm having meetings. I've got a meeting here and a Skype meeting over here, so I want to be able to kind of organize all these things and make sure that I don't forget anything, because I am an incredibly forgetful person. So yeah, I'll do that now, and I'll start off by changing the washi tape, and then I'll finish doing a bit more for April. So enjoy! So you may have noticed that this is a different kind of pen to the one that I usually use. I am usually a really big fan of they're called Jetstream, like this. Oh, these are my favorite pens, especially they go down to a 0.38, and they're really fine. They are so smooth. I'll write on something for you. So they're so thin, and so it makes it really nice to kind of do fine lines, and it's so even, and I hardly ever get a blot with them. So I love these pens and I take them everywhere. I love it. They're so cheap in Japan, very expensive in Australia. But these ones, not only are they pretty, but I mean, I know they're thicker and they don't look quite as nice, but what I love about it is that it's a pen, it's an ink pen, but it's erasable. So I fluctuate between being a perfectionist and not caring. Okay, before I go much further, I don't think I need to explain anything that I did. These are just for my drinking water. Out of all my things, I've only got one thing on in the first week. I'll do the next week later if we've got time. I'm just going to show you a few other things that I've done differently. For each month, since I'm now choosing a color theme, a washi tape on the end theme so that I can easily see the months, I've decided to add that to the index. So, like that. And I get all of this together with this little bit here. And I put it in my thing. Yep, so that I can see, okay, March starts on page 13, but it's the polka dot, so I can just, okay, this is March, or April is the thing, so I can skip to it there. So I'll go through my things. So this was exercise. In the last video that I did at the beginning of, or the end of February, I still haven't done any. Now I've still been doing exercise, so if you look at the month here, I've still been doing exercise, I just haven't been doing the squat challenge. However, on the 13th, I wrote it in there but you can't really see, I did 100 squats without even having to do any of that. So I was like, yeah, I did it, but it could have just been a fluke. So the time, as soon as I can do 3 days worth of 100 squats, I'll kind of know that it is my muscle build-up rather than just an adrenaline boost or something like that. And so once I've completed the 100 squats, then I'll make a new exercise page. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it just yet. It's also good to just do these shorter ones. I haven't been doing them, I've just kind of been making up my own, but it might be good to try and stick to something. Continuing on my tracking. The next one is the big tasks. So I've managed to complete a few of them. One of them I just completed today, finally, which is good. Okay, I'll go to the back. I'll show you how I've been going in my extra lists. So church notes, Bible verses and quotes. So you've seen up to here, so I've added a few more down here. This is one from Winnie the Pooh. It's so sweet. I'm going to share this with you, so deal with it. In Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore has moved into Pooh's house, leaving Pooh homeless. He doesn't want to hurt Eeyore's feelings by asking him to leave, so Piglet asks him what he's going to do. "The only thing I can," throw Eeyore a housewarming. And I think that's such a cute thing. Even though Eeyore's in his house and he doesn't have anywhere to live, he wants to throw Eeyore a party for his new house. I thought that is so sweet. Anyway, dinner ideas. I got a new, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is actually one of these tape things. And it's kind of, actually they don't work amazingly. I mean, it was pretty cheap, but so it's pretty cool. I also got a recipe from a friend. I had it at their house and they had the recipe on an old piece of paper. It was so cool, so I copied it down. I added in a family tree. My brothers got married in the past few years and one of them's had a baby, the other one's about to have a baby, so it's ready to put pictures in there when I can be bothered printing. I also did a page with all my washi tapes. Oh, they make me so happy. This is the Disney one that I did want to put, but it, like you can see, it only works if you can see the whole thing. It's not really good to fold it in half. Yeah, these are all my other ones. I'll show you some of my favorite ones. So, like, you know, this one's my favorite, this Galaxy one. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I really like the newspaper one as well. This is a new one that I got the other day, which I really like. It's just different pens and it's actually cut out at the top. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I thought I had more in the book one. Yeah, but it's so fun. Just gonna zoom back in down there. This is where I keep the letters, like you see. So I haven't replied to this one yet, so that see it's not coloured in down there. Reply to. Now I've also added in a places I've been list. So all the years and where I've travelled to. I didn't realise just how much I've done. I don't think I'm going to have this bullet journal any longer than a few years, so I'm not going to bother like saving this one up for, you know, 2025 or something. I'm just going to use these for other pages, other things. Alright, now I'm going to do this next week and fill in the things so you can watch if you'd like. Sorry, my phone ran out of space. I had to make a bit of room. I was pretty much done anyway though. I just put in the water things. I decided to go all squares and a few events that I had on. Yeah, so that's me organising April, even though we're only halfway through March. Yeah, I hope you were inspired or maybe got some ideas or something that you can use in your own bullet journal. But for now, that's all I'll do. And I definitely recommend getting something like this to hold a pen, and because that works really well for me. It also kind of helps protect my little tags as well, because it means they're not constantly getting hit. So yeah, have a great day guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.